Good morning. I'm I don't want to be seen this morning. I feel like kind of hideous. I don't know. I just feel like I'm on my period and I don't want to be seen right now. Um I just really listen. I don't know. I'm kind of I'm in a whole new territory. Not physically. Just like I think I'm a little bit in over my head, okay? I would really love some prayers. I would really love just, I don't know. I'm not sure what I need. I just need protection. That's for sure. I don't need protection. I already have protection. What I need to do is claim the protection I already have. I don't need abundance. I need to claim the abundance I already have. I don't need love. I need to claim the love I already have, you know? But listen, I need some real prayers. Like, I don't know. My life, like I I'm seeing this really beautiful neighborhood that I'm living in right now. Like God is so good. And I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful for things like I just got groceries. God is so good that I was able to get groceries, you know? And my twin flame, hello, how are you? My twin flame is coming around. Um, it's actually kind of shocking how much progress there's been, how much movement there's been in my connection. And I can see what God is doing in our lives. I can see what God is doing in everyone's life right now. Like the captives are really going free. And this is what I've noticed. Like this is not it's not a game. It's not a game. It's like enough bloodshed has been spilled, enough tears have been cried, enough people have been dying and going to God routinely that the Holy Spirit is like fed up and done and there's not shit to prove. There's nothing to prove. What God's people want, God's people get. And they want freedom, they want liberation. They don't want to be at the whims of some tyrant, scared all the time, you know? Hi, little birdie. Hi, little birdie's friend and other friend. I made a new friend last night. Um, this person's kind of interesting. They're, I had a dream. I had a dream that there were a ton of my dream. And then all of a sudden, I befriended a cop yesterday. And pretty sure he flirted with me, but I mean, what? I don't know. Maybe not. Because I mean, he's gay. I'm pretty sure he's gay, but I like to think that he flirted with me because that was fun. But anyway, uh, yeah, I befriended a police officer last night. That was very cool. My life is very cool. I'm just now noticing that. Like, I think most people think because I'm a recluse, I basically don't do anything in a day, you know? I really don't. Like, guys, hello, honey, how are you? Like, guys, I don't go anywhere. Like, I really don't. I don't have a ton of friends. I don't, I'm in a I'm really nice neighborhood. I don't, I don't know. I could make friends here, I guess, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess when I'm trying to like beat around the bush and I need prayers. My twin flame union is a go. It's always going. My twin flame union, uh, it's starting to concern me a bit because it's real. It's so real. I shouldn't be concerned. What I should really have is faith. Hello, gorgeous. How are you? Thank you for being here. Wow. Thank you for the support, my loves. Listen, my twin flame and I, um, last night, I told him, well, it wasn't last night. It was like the night before, I think. I said, I can't do this. It's like, you have a girlfriend and I don't want to just be another girl. I don't think so. I don't deserve that. Like, no. So he couldn't leave me alone and just kept calling and texting. Or it was calling. He kept calling me. I think it was calling. I don't know, but he just kept contacting me and I was like, go away. Like, leave me alone. And then it got to a point where I told him, I said, like, he was like, can I just have both of you? No, you may not. No, you may not. Who do you think you are? Absolutely fucking not. Nope, not in this world, not in this reality. So I told him, I said, like, we don't get to be together because you won't even budge on it. Like, you won't even budge. You're not even in love. You're not. Like, admit you're not. Like, just admit that, admit that you're gonna do something about it, or I'm done. Like, I'm done. And he was just the pain, like the heart pain in me telling him that. He was like, please don't. What do you want? What do you want from me? And you could tell he was just basically on his knees groveling at this point. And I'm like, it's not rocket science. You met somebody new. You constantly talk to her. You constantly utilize her energy and her time and her day and her thoughts. The least you can do is respect the situation and promise that I'm the only one you want. I'm the only, and I'm not even trying to be, I'm not trying to force an ultimatum on anybody. I'll just go. I'll just see myself out. You know what I mean? Ladies, this is really how it needs to be. I'm not about to force my love on anybody. And you could just tell he was at that breaking point. And I was like, just admit I'm right. Just admit I'm right. He's like, what do I have to do? What do I have to do? Okay. I'm like, well, you have to say it and mean it. It's not like you could just use words. You have to say it. So I was like, tell me, I will be it. I will be it for you. I'll be enough for you, and that's it. He's like, okay, deal. Okay. All right. It's you. Fine. And then I was like, okay, that seems too easy. So I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like how easy that was. I don't like how easy that was. So I'm just like, I think this is where most women, we have this problem where we're just like, we don't trust a man at their word. It's not even a problem. I think it's just we've been devastated so many times when somebody says something. So it's like, I have to really start looking at it like actions speak louder than words, energy, the time, the energy, the consideration, the emotional openness, all of that matters way more than some fake fucking words. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I just was like, you're a cowboy Casanova. I don't think there's really much, I'm not expecting much, but he is a beautiful man, and I just want to pray over our union, because right now I don't know what it is exactly, but I really want to see. I mean, I know what it is, as in he's my soulmate, but I don't know what it is, where we're going to go, what's going to happen. So I'm going to pray with you, if that's cool. I really I love you guys, and I want to use this union for good. And for the first time ever, I heard this man pray with me last night. It was beautiful. I've met my twin flame through multiple planes of existence. Listen, my twin flame, your twin flame is you. It's you. Your twin flame is your soul in another body. Okay? So you're the same frequency. So you're going to find each other quite a bit, actually. It's like it's the same, you only have one twin flame, but you'll find them periodically through your journey in several lifetimes, like several experiences, several events. You'll find them. And this is not my first time finding this man. This is not my first rodeo, but this is the first time that I actually want it to sustain. I actually want this to be a thing. All the other times there was something wrong. Like, well, there's still something wrong in this one, but not really. I mean, I'm going to manifest that all problems go away and all things are solved. But in every other connection every time I saw him over the last few years on my spiritual journey, we had to end it. I didn't know my power as a manifester. I didn't know how to keep our union intact. I wasn't this independent. I was very codependent back then. So now I don't need a man. And I love that, but I want him. So I would love it if you guys would pray for my union with me, please. Because I actually want this man. And I want this version of him. I want how he is. I love everything about him. I really, truly do. I love him. And God's going to have to do something amazing. I'm telling you that right now. God has to pull out all the stops. Like, life that you don't know if I'm ready for. Like, I'm the most fit anybody I know. And even I don't know if I'm ready for this. Because this is like up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. This is like end of world, end of days shit. Like, this is like I don't know how we'll be together. I don't know the how. I don't have to know the how. Honestly, I teach people this for a living. I teach people that when manifesting, you don't have to know the how. You just have to know what and why. What I want is him, and why? Because I'm in love, and that's it. And because I'm God and I can have what I want. But I don't know if I get to ever be in union. Like, every time it ever happened in the past, it would fail. But, I have to be honest. That's also because, well, there was always something flawed in that man. Like, there was always something that I couldn't quite put my finger on. Like, not that I wouldn't love him unconditionally, but sometimes there'd be just like these huge glaring red flags that I couldn't look past. And I just dumped these men. I walked away from the version of him in that scenario. And I don't want to with this one. I want to stay and fight. I want this one to actually be something. I want this to mean something. I want our union to mean something, I want it to be proof that God loves us. I want it to be proof that God loves all of us and can unite even the worst people, the most selfish, vain, narcissistic people, because he and I, we both are kind of shit people, honestly. Both of us. We're not good people. We're not. I think we want to be, but we're both kind of horrible people. And like, we both just want this union to show people that even after, you know, the darkest days, there can still be hope, and you can still have your soulmate. You can still be with them like every day and not have this matrix take you guys apart. You know, we're both magicians. We both understand spiritual law. We both understand magic, witchcraft. I mean, we understand like actually a lot. We understand a lot. And if we were targeted already individually pretty harshly, I'm just afraid we'll be targeted together as a couple. And I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared. And I'm going to admit that I am. I'm scared. But I want to believe that God has us, because we're setting intentions that God has us. God has this connection. I now understand how to manifest. I now understand that the collective needs us. I really want to share my story because my story is amazing. I have an amazing testimony and how God did some major things in my life already, getting me out of, well, a lot of covens, a lot of witch covens, a lot of cults. I got out of some bad things. God already did that. But now coming together with my soulmate, like that would just be something I never thought in a million years I could have. And the way that this man is turning to the light so quickly, so overnight. It's as quick as I say it is. It's as fast as I claim it. And it's overnight, and it's shocking. And he's beautiful. Oh my God. He's, you know, for a selfish, vain, self-absorbed narcissist that I think we both are, I would say that he's genuinely beautiful. And I am beautiful. And I'm starting to see how beautiful I am because of this connection. All I know is I get to make the rules of my life. I get to determine who I'm going to be and who I'm going to be with. And I just would ask for prayers right now over my union, because it's scary. It's scary. We're both in a pretty bad predicament. So I want prayers because I want this to mean something. All my pain, the tears, the abuse, being in literal cults. Like I want to use my story because I know a lot of people are trying to leave situations like this right now. Hi, Jen. Hello. Thank you for being here, honey. I want to leave, or I want to help guide and lead people out of what I've been through. And my twin, the same. It's like he's, let's just say, of all the versions of him I've ever met, and because your twin flame is you meet them quite often through your journey. I've manifested him several times. We actually just talked last night about how he recalls being in the house that I was in when I was married. I kept naming things from my house when I was married. Like I painted a picture of like what it looked like, the house and everything in it and stuff. He's like, how do you know that? How do you know that? That's what I want. How do you know that? And I said, that's what you want because that's what we had. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I won't doubt my power, babe. He's a lost soul and I'm a lost soul and I just want to be found. I know that God can do all things. I know. I know. I know. But it's like, it's particularly bad. And like the girlfriend thing is the least of our worries. The fact that, he had a girlfriend, and I told him last night, I'm like, I'm not about to be a second fiddle. He's like, oh, you wouldn't be a second fiddle. You'd be like a fifth fiddle. I have lots of girlfriends. Of course he does. Of course he has girlfriends. He's, well, one, the sexiest man alive, and two, he's a master manifester. Like, the dude knows how to live life. So I'm not looking with my physical eyes. I'm living by faith, not by sight. And the thing about me is, I've already been using my entire story, my testimony, my platform, my life literally has been to give people hope in these dark times and to escape things narrowly by their magical abilities. And now it's no different. I'm going to be still leading. I'm going to still be helping people. I'm still going to be healing people. I'm still going to be a voice for the voiceless. And I've been that way for years, and it's not going to change. The only thing that's changing now is my divine masculine also is wanting the same thing. And it's so cool. He's actually wanting to go to the light and to help so many people that are struggling right now. Not the ones that don't want healing, not the ones that don't want to be led, not the ones that don't want answers. I'm not talking about trolls. I'm not talking about muggles. I'm not talking about people who claim they fucking know everything. I'm not talking about the ones with everything. And no, not the rich and mighty, not the strong and powerful. I'm talking about the weak ones, the ones that are feeling scared and penniless, targeted. They're homeless. They don't, like, they're losing their jobs, losing their families. Like, these people are my people. These people are so fucking beautiful. And we have been pushed out. We've been cast out. We've been treated like we don't even matter. And I just want to give people their power back, their voice back. I want to help them give themselves their power back. I don't need to do anything. I just want my union with him, our success story, to be so, I don't know. I just want it to be like proof that God loves people, proof that God can do all things. And I just want it to be that. I really, truly want my life to be a living testimony, including my spiritual union with him. And so you don't have to pray with me, and you don't have to follow me anymore. You don't have to be watching me if you don't want to. But this is what I want. And I know that people get angry. Probably they think about how he has a lot of fun and there's no ring on his finger and he gets to be as single as he wants to be. But that was then, and this is now. Now he's met Jenna, and now he will sit down and be healthy and happy and with God. And he will be doing this for the collective, and he will be doing this for me, and that's it, period, end of story. Like, I'm not even giving it an ultimatum, because it's not an ultimatum. It's like literally divine masculines on the planet. They have nowhere to run to. They have nothing to run back to. There is nothing but God. All you can do now is go to God. So it's Judgment Day, and that's what's going to happen, is people are being judged. So I'm ready. I've been using my story for love. I've been using my platform to enlighten people, about the dangers of spiritual narcissists, and I've been able to get out of cults, like literal cults, because of it. And God has always done that. My ability to manifest things out of thin air has saved my life. Oh, I'm not a woman though, but I do like men. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. What a beautiful soul. You know what? It was so crazy yesterday. I went on a live stream and somebody tried to get my attention. And this is the second time this person has done this. And each time it's so fucking weird. They say, have you ever seen the movie Hancock? And I was like, the first time I ignored it, second time I ignored it. I think I ignored it both times. I'm not sure I even talked to this person. I just could see this energy of like, they're trying to get my attention. And I ignored them, and they didn't really say anything else. They just keep talking about Hancock, and that's it, right? So what did he say last night to me? He doesn't even have my channel. This dude doesn't even have my YouTube. He doesn't even have my socials. I don't think. I never gave it to him. But he said, he's like, one word, Jenna, Hancock. And I said, what did you just say to me? I said, somebody keeps trying to get my attention. I said, somebody said that to me today. And he said, yeah, I was trying to get your attention. But like, it wasn't him. That's not him. That was another man. When you start realizing that we're all one consciousness, it doesn't matter which messenger you meet. It doesn't matter which portal they come through. It doesn't matter. It's my twin flame knows about portals. He created one here at this place for us to meet. And it was weird. When we hooked up, when I went into his room, he was like, come here, I need to show you this. And he opened the window and made me look down at the neighbor's house at their ground level. And I was like, what am I looking at, babe? And he's like, do you see that mirror right there? I couldn't find a mirror anywhere. I was thinking this dude was insane in the membrane. And he's like, look at it. Look, do you see it? And I looked harder. I looked again, and I saw this mirror. And he said, okay, now look at it really closely. And at first I didn't know what I was looking at. But then all of a sudden, I started seeing these cars pass by in the mirror that were not on the street. Like, it was reflecting the street, but the cars that were passing in the street were not the same cars in the mirror. And vice versa. The cars in the mirror were not the same in the street. And I said, wait, what? Wait a minute. Whoa. Is that a portal? And I had already known that mirrors were portals, but I never got to see in live time how that's true. I knew it because I'd been attacked before by mirrors, things coming through the mirrors before. But I'd had like marks on my body, bruises and puncture wounds in my body and my boyfriend's body. So I knew that mirrors were portals, but I never got to see one, like what it can actually do. And so I said, are you fucking serious? Is that a portal? And he said, exactly. And it's like right then, that's when I knew. He's mine. Like, he is my magician. Like, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. The fucking matrix is glitching out. The 3D world, it's all collapsing. It's like the matrix is collapsing because we don't need it anymore. You know? You don't need to put yourself in the video game anymore. You don't need to have the simulation anymore. You're about to enter real, true nirvana, like real heaven. You are manifesting real heaven. And you don't really need to feed the beast anymore, the matrix, the system, you know? it's glitching out and you're seeing it just collapse. Have you ever seen the Hunger Games? You know when Katniss, she shoots the arrow up into the sky and the Matrix collapses? Yeah. Well, it's kind of like that. It's like there is no need for the Hunger Games anymore. Because soon you're about to hack the Matrix and make it your own, and it'll be like heaven on earth, and it'll be like it'll just be like home soon. It's going to be like paradise because you get what you want. And if you imagine it enough times, God, the universe has no choice but to put you two together. I feel like I've always known my divine masculine. It's like we grew up together. He almost remembers stuff that there's no way he could, but we didn't know each other back then. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. And it's true. That's so right. Honey, don't doubt yourself. That shit is true. Like, he knows things and he remembers past lives that were in my lifetime. Like just last year, my ex-boyfriend, I told him, I said, one time I got high, I smoked a lot of weed, and I could see this man's aura. I could see his spiritual protection. He was a high priest, and I could see the spiritual anointing on him. But beyond that, I could see his shield on his chest. And I remember, you guys, his shirt was off, and I was high one day, and I looked at him as plain as day, like I can see with my physical eyes. The way that you can see something so clearly with your physical eyes is as sure as I could see his shield around his torso. I could see an actual physical, but yet spiritual shield, like glued to his torso permanently through all lifetimes. And I looked at him and I said, holy shit, you're like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. That shield on your torso, I see it. And so I walked up to him. I put my hands on his chest and I blessed him. I sanctified it right then. I blessed his chest and I blessed that shield. And oh my God, when I had to leave that man, that was the saddest day of my life. And God knew it too, because that was the deepest love I'd ever had, that man. And we weren't allowed to be together. We couldn't be together. Things were it just wasn't working out. And so a year later, I'm meeting this guy and he has a tattoo of a shield on his chest. It's like that. It's moments like that only I would believe and only I could see and only he would feel and only he would know is true. Because when I told him this last night, I said, that was you. That was you. You were him. And I knew it. I knew you were. I knew. I even told everybody back then, I said, this man is channeling my magician. I even said it then. And even Sebastian, my ex, he was like, Jenna, there are two people in my head. Who's this other guy? Because he started channeling my twin flame. And I knew that was happening. And so I prayed and I blessed his chest. It was already blessed, but I solidified that. And sure as shit, I manifest this version of him with a shield tattooed on his chest. And I told him last night about it, and he said, exactly, that was me. Like you blessed me? And he's like, you did that? And I'm just like, it's so cute how he just doesn't believe in me very much until he's just like mind blown. And he'll ask me certain questions about my journey, and like he's just so shocked by what I have to say. And I think it's so sad because most divine masculines, they had to go all along this long by themselves, alone. Everybody coming up against them, you know? communities of people, corporations, conglomerates, family, friends, spiritual leaders, everything, organizations, dark covens. Like these men, though, they need our prayers, they need our healing. They need healing more than they need anything. They need healing. And I'm here as a divine feminine to heal him, and I know it. And I am healing him, and I can see it. And he is just the most beautiful thing, and I just would really love some prayers, if you wouldn't mind. Oh yeah, I've known him for years. He sends me dreams and false memories and telepathically talks to me. Can you relate? Jenna, thank you so much for talking to me. Oh, honey. It's my pleasure to talk to you. You have no idea how much I respect you. I love you. I've seen you a couple times on here now. I love you. I'm here for Twin Flames. I know it. I'm a twin flame coach. I've been a twin flame coach for about the last 5 years. So it's not news to me, but it's just that my heart got so broken. It's not even that I gave up faith. It's that I lost him so many times. I manifested him and then lost him. Probably about 4 times in the last 4 or 5 years. And it is so hard to see him again. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I am so scared. Again. I'm scared that when the universe brings us together, big things happen. And there's a lot gonna happen in the world if we're being brought together. And he's just been alone this whole time, and I'm scared. I'm scared that he's too broken, that he's too damaged, that they fucked him up too bad. I'm scared. I'm scared that he's beyond repair, that mentally they checked him out too much. I'm scared now. He has multiple personalities. He has multiple personality disorder, and I witness it every 5 seconds we're together. It's scaring me. Not because I can't handle it, but because of a man I love is tortured. Was tortured so bad. So bad. Then he's like 7 different people. And when he told me he has multiple girlfriends, they all have their own girlfriend. So I'm not scared about that. I said, I don't give a shit. It's not that. I'm not insecure. I'm not that type. I just don't want to hurt people, But all of them must know about each other because each person must know they have multiple personalities. I can't imagine those girls not knowing that. He's not too broken. You are literally God. It's bad. So bad. It's the worst case I've ever seen. It's the worst case I've ever seen. And my grandmother had bipolar schizophrenia. and multiple personality disorder, and it's worse than that. It's worse than that. It's so worse. I was, as a little girl, I was already introduced to multiple personalities, so I knew from a very young age how to handle it. I was trained for this. I'm literally trained to handle him. I was literally trained to heal this man. Not only spiritually, I know a lot of shit. I know a lot of shit. I know how to manifest out of thin air. I know that I'm God. Like, I know a lot of things. But I mean mentally too, for me to be able to do this, it's kind of crazy. It's even, I've been trained in relationships to be able to understand him sexually as well. It's like I was even trained in sexual relationships to be with him too. Does that make sense? Like, every single thing I've been through has led me to my twin flame and how to heal him. It's crazy. It really is the most intense connection, and I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't want to be. I can't be scared. I can't be scared because he's scared, and I can't. Like, I have to pull it together, you know? And this is what he does. He'll like cry like this, and then he'll be like, nah, get it together. Come on, grow up. And it's like, we have to be so strong for people. And I just want to be, I just want to cry. Jenna, honey, I've got you. My boy Daniel has borderline personality. And like yours, he's so handsome, and we are all kindred spirits. He is also spiritual too. Oh, bless Daniel. Oh, bless that beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous man. God, thank you for Daniel. Thank you for divine masculines all over the planet. God, what a beautiful man. I just saw this black dog. When it walked past me, it walked on the sidewalk down to, I don't know where, but it's on its own. There's no leash. There's nothing. He has no owner, I don't think. But it's weird. It's like that dog knew where he was going because he walked right back the same path that he came. That's got to be symbolism here. He's like a big black pit bull. And at first when he walked past, I didn't think he had a collar, but he does. He has a collar. He must belong to somebody. My man belongs to God. My black pit bull belongs to God. And that's it. God spoke. I just spoke. I spoke. I get what I want. He's the love of my life. He's a musician, not an electrician, though. Oh, classically trained piano virtuoso. That is too cute. Oh my gosh, a musician. Girl, you get, well, I'm sorry, you're a man. You keep saying that. I'm sorry. Man, you get it. Wow, that's a sexy trait, a musician and a pianist. Mine is an electrician. My twin flame is not a good man. He's not a bad man, but he's not a good man. A soulmate that I manifested here in this house, he's an electrician. That man's a good man. I'm scared. I am, and I don't have any right to be scared. I've seen God do amazing things. I really, I have. Guys, we are gods. We make the rules. I say I get to be with him. I say I'm the one that he wants. I say that the main altar that he is, the man that I love, my twin flame, he's the main one, right? He's like the overseer. He's the main personality. That man is mine. While his altars have other girls, other lifestyles, other speaking styles, other ways of dressing, ways, even the way he spends money, the way he drinks beer, everything that he's got, they all have their own entire personality. And I am so good at what I do. I am so fucking good at being his healer that I am integrating all of these altars, I think. Or I'm at least, I don't know if integration is the word, because they're all still pretty fragmented. They're all still very disassociated from one another. Like they all know about each other, but they don't get to talk to each other. You know what I mean? And I know because I struggle with multiple personalities. So I understand. I went through this phase. I already went through having to leave post-it notes for my altars. Having to say, stop stealing this, or stop taking that, or stop, like, not that I was a thief, but that, like, I would lose things in my house and one of my altars would take it and I couldn't find it. Same with, like, my boyfriend, who turned into my husband, by the way. I would have entire lapses. I would black out for entire days sometimes and not know what the fuck happened between us. And I already went through this phase in my disorder. I already had to write my altars post-it notes. Jenna says, stop fucking around. Jenna says, get it right. Stop stealing this. Stop taking that. Show me where this is. Stop arguing with him about this. Don't talk to him about that ever again. Do this. Don't do that. Like, I already had that years ago. So his trauma is my trauma. And I'm so fucking good at what I do. Like, I am so good. He literally offered last night to pay me for help. Like, he knows what I can do. And it's like, I have clients that are just as damaged that also come to me, but they're on a more hour by hour basis. He wants, like, full on help. And I don't know that integration is what's happening between them. Like, I don't know that the whole system is integrating. I just think I'm validating each one individually to a point where they're not wanting to destroy him anymore. Does that make sense? Daniel's got a girlfriend and like 2 other guys. He's part womanizer, part closeted gay man. Right. Exactly. Yeah, it's so crazy. There's such a wide, vast array. You know what I think it is? And I think that God is trying to show me and tell me that maybe I'm going to help people with this, because they don't really have help out there for women like me to deal with this. Like, this is such a niche market that I'm in right now. A spiritual woman who's helping a man with his mental illness. You know, he's not going to a therapist for it. I think he used to. He said he did. Shit. I think he's so complex. I think he's such a complex case that I think his therapist is actually an altar. One of his altars is his therapist, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I'm in over my head. I am good at what I do. Oh, I see it now. I see I've been doing this my whole life and I didn't know it. I see that I have been attracting people like this since I was a little girl. And I didn't know that I was doing it. I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know how to heal people. I didn't know how to have boundaries. I didn't know how to stand up for myself with these altars. Because, you know, sometimes what'll happen is he will literally say something and I'll be so angry that he just switched. He transitioned. That I'll be like, really? I was just talking to him. Can I please talk to him again? And they're like, no. You don't get to talk to him. You could talk to me. And like, oh, honey, I have to stand up for myself in a way that I've never had to do before. And I will legit tell this man, fine, like I'll hang up on your ass. And I do. I hang up and I wait for him to come back. And it often can take minutes. It could take seconds. It could take days. I don't always know when I'm going to get to see him again. Same when we're having intimacy. Like, I want that so badly with him, but there's like a trauma somewhere or something. I don't know. I can't figure it out because every time we get close, he transitions. And I'm like, no, I don't want that with you. I want him. And that's it. So I have to stop. Because, like, that's not my man. Like, I mean, if it's an adult, like if it's someone who's responsible and it's adult and that man loves me, I'll be with him. If it's his altar, so be it. I love him too. But if it's not my man, then I can feel the difference. I can sense the shift. My body senses the shift and I feel icky and I feel like putting my clothes back on, you know? And so what I'm trying to do is keep him stronger so he can be the one that's always out, you know? And I want him to be the best version of himself. And I know that that's his main self. That's his, like, main personality, you know? Big Pharma could never help me. I know. You and me both, honey. I never had Big Pharma help me either. All they did was give me a cocktail of medications. I was on antipsychotics, antidepressants, anti-anxiety meds. It never worked. It never worked. It never worked. Look at me. I'm still fucked in the head. It never worked. So, just like alcohol isn't working for him. He drinks beers and thinks that that's like water. And I'm like, listen, bro, that shit ain't gonna work. You're gonna have to go to something much stronger like the Lord. Okay? We're gonna have to go to God here on this one. So we prayed last night and I was surprised. He led us in prayer. It was shocking. But then once I prayed, I got involved. I prayed and he transitioned during the prayer and one of his altars came out and started cursing Jesus, saying, fuck that guy, fuck Jesus, fuck God, fuck all of you. I don't want this, blah, blah, blah. And I know what it is spiritually, you know, demonic possession. I know what it is. And I know that when I started praying, it was very powerful. And so he had demonic spirits come out, like, because they had to present themselves. They had to show themselves. But when it comes to his altars being the ones with the demonic possession, you know, that I've been trained for. And there's a reason I've been dating high priests, honey. There's a reason that since I had my near-death experience in 2019, there's a reason that the only men I've been manifesting are high priests. He's the toughest subject I've ever had. It's both the most beautiful thing. It's truly beautiful. I'm going to be completely honest right now. I don't see him as sick. I don't even see him as mentally ill. I hate the word ill, mentally ill. No, I don't see that. I see beautiful. I don't see deranged. I don't see psychopathic. He calls himself that all the time. I don't see that. I see a man who was traumatized so bad that his brain literally had to protect itself by disassociating him from parts of himself just to keep him safe. He had to literally adopt other personalities just to keep himself from going insane. And ironically, it led him to going insane. To keep him fully functional in this world when he had no one, no family, no friends, no one looking out for him, everyone betraying him. He had no choice but to disassociate his entire personality into so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 to 7 personalities that I can even slightly detect. I say I've probably met about 5 of them. And that's if we're counting the British guy who I don't know is really an alter. I think it's just a personality that I just think it's a joke for him to use a British accent because British Jenna has a British accent and he likes talking to me to flirt like that. I don't know that that's a personality. I think that's just a cute thing one of them does. I don't know. So I would say there's probably 3 or 4 more people in there that I don't know yet. And I don't even know if it stops there. I don't know how deep this goes. All I know is it's bad, and I need help. So, and just like weed and hash, it's not working for Daniel. I have to censor because it's YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. It's not working anymore. The only thing that is going to work for them is love. That's it. Because love is a frequency. Our love is a healing frequency. And it is the only thing going to keep them out of harm's way anymore. Like, in the same way that when I found out I had multiple personalities, it was because I called off my wedding. And my husband, I ended up marrying him a couple years later, but at first I called it off a week before everybody was supposed to show up. And he knew then that I had multiple personalities. And I was with that man 8.5 years total. We loved each other so deeply, so intensely. That my husband, God bless his soul. I love that man, even still now. I mean, there were times that I was abused in that connection though. And it was because, not abused physically. There was never a hand laid on me, but there was a lot of emotional abuse that took place because he didn't understand how I was fractionated. Is that the word? How I was disassociated. And it led to frustration. And if only I could use this testimony, our experience, 2 people with multiple personalities loving each other. Like, what the fuck? The movie would write itself. If I could use this story to convey how it really is and how integration can happen and how you can still be fully functional and healthy and love each other and be in a normal life, I want that. I want us to heal. I want this to be a story of healing. And I want to be able to teach people how to heal themselves. 2 of the most selfish, vain, narcissistic pieces of shit, both becoming good. That's what I want. We're both narcissistic. We're both vain. We're both self-absorbed, all about ourselves until we met each other. And now all of a sudden we're unconditionally loving towards one another. And it proves to me that we can be that way towards everyone. So I just want our connection to be used for the glory of God. I want our story to heal and mend hearts and protect people and inspire people. I want us to live in heaven. I want us to live in a heavenly realm every single day and have everyone knowing that they too can have that. Even after borderline personality, or even after schizophrenia, even after, multiple personalities. Because a lot of people in this world have been traumatized so much by a matrix that we didn't understand, a universe that was glitching, a universe that traumatized us. And the reason it traumatized us is because there was no rhyme or reason to anything. Yeah, you might have had a boyfriend or a girlfriend sitting right there, but every other day they were a new person. Why? Because you were manifesting them to be a different person every day, unknowingly. You were unconsciously, as a God, manifesting a version of your person that didn't make sense one day, and then you would waver and a totally different person would come in the next day. And I'm telling you, you see so much trauma. You get chewed up and spit out in this matrix that the only thing left to do is, cope. Drugs, alcohol, sex, a criminal lifestyle, something. Some people do. And this is where homelessness is on the rise. This is why, because the people don't know how to heal themselves. They don't know how to validate the experiences they've been through. And I so desperately want he and I to prove to people that love exists. True unconditional love. Like loving all of his shadow, loving all of my light. Like I want everyone on the planet to stop being in pain, especially those that are homeless right now and on drugs and alcohol just constantly. I see good things for this world. I do. If women like me can heal men like him. Otherwise, we're all fucked. We won't make it. This world will not make it. This world will be in a fucking apocalyptic kaboom soon enough if men like him don't start getting healed. And if women like me don't start getting protection, so that we can stop focusing on, do I have enough money to pay for groceries today? Or will I be abused on the street and propositioned for sex? If we could instead, as divine feminines, be protected, we could actually heal these men. So it is important to me that divine feminine be shielded and protected and given a safe space to have fellowship with other divine feminines, a safe place to be herself, a safe place to learn about healing modalities, psychic gifts, intuition, because we are raising our next generation of psychologists. We are raising our next generation of spiritual leaders. And if we do not put some God in that, we are not going to have good, ethical, moral leaders fucking fixing this planet. So I have no choice at this point but to heal my divine masculine. And I have a lot of hope that there is a source far greater than me that can make this man better. And if I have to pray on my knees, and I don't care what I have to do, I want to be the healer that he needs. And the healer that a lot of divine masculines need. A lot of divine masculines will come to him eventually. A lot of divine feminines will find me and flock to me eventually. I want to be known for this. I want to be leaving a legacy behind that this is my story. This is how I did it. This is how I escaped entire cults and covens and witch covens, especially. This is how I left abusive, narcissistic men, and this is how I healed myself. Maybe I'll book a session. Also, your twin is just like me, so traumatized. It caused mental illness as a defense mechanism. They don't understand the root cause is trauma. Exactly. Exactly. In me, I see the heart, I see the soul, and I see innocence. Anything that man had to do to survive in this world, how dare anyone judge him? I see him as pure divine essence. I see him as God. I see him as innocence. I do. I truly do. I see him as an innocent soul. And I know that that doesn't mean much in the court of, maybe the court of our law. Maybe it doesn't mean much in the court of public opinion. But it means a lot to me. And, well, I'm God. So you'll have to kill me. If that's what you want to do, you'll have to kill me to keep us from not being together. And what he's afraid of is that a lot of people do want to kill me to keep us from being together. And that those people haven't even been notified yet that I exist. And once they do, he's afraid they'll come after me. So I know that I'm a big deal. I know he's a big deal. That's why we've all been targeted like this. And why he thinks people have, like, I have a target on my back. He thinks that I'll be killed for loving him. And he sometimes pushes me away because of that. Like, some of his altars will just try to protect me and be like, Jenna, run away. Like, leave him alone. Leave him alone. It'll get you killed. And I say, I don't care. I really don't. Even now I can hear it in my throat chakra, how some of them don't even want me to be around him at all. And it doesn't matter. I don't fucking care if you want me around him or not. I don't care that his altars are my altars. Like, the way I can see so many versions of him is because I'm each version. We are the same soul. Twin flames are the same soul. So in the way that he's fractured, I am too. And that's why I can hold space for each of these altars and not be drained, not get fatigued, not get whiplash. I'd had so many boyfriends in the past telling me that they get whiplash with my personality disorder. And I got dumped so many times because of this, that I was giving them whiplash and they couldn't stand it. So they dumped me. They didn't know how to handle me. And I know how to handle him. And this is why. It's because he's my twin flame and he is me. So when he transitions, when he shifts, I can easily shift with him. I now know how to be that person's psychologist. I know how to be that man's lover. I know how to be that child's mother. I know how to be that person's clairvoyant. I know how to be that person's best friend. You know what I mean? This is what twin flames really are. You are their everything. You're their mother. You're their best friend. You're their healer. You're their psychic. You're their cheerleader. You know, you're their lover. You're everything. That's what twins are. You really are their everything because you are everything and you are your everything and you're the same soul. So if you already are your perfect, complete, whole self, they are too. Mine just happens to be several people. He's still whole. He's still complete. He's still perfect. He's just several people. And the ones that are the bad guys, I don't even know. I can't even pinpoint who they are exactly yet. But there are a couple of them that are fucking with this man so bad that his life is in danger. So I have to figure something out. And it's prayer. All I can do is pray at this point. I was nearly homeless in 2022. Jenna, do you think I manifest finding? Oh, yeah. I stumbled on you And I relate to you like no one else. Do you think we manifested this? 100%, baby. 100%. Can I ask your name? Am I allowed to know your first name? 1:11:11 on the clock. Look at that. I've been live for an hour, 11 minutes, and 11 seconds. Listen, I know what time it is on the planet. It is Judgment Day. There are no secrets left. There are no shadows left. All of it comes to the light. What he did comes to the light. What I did comes to the light. What we all do comes to the light. There is no such thing any longer of being a big mouth. It's now just going to God. It's now called confessions. It's called confessional. And I'm a high priestess. So he goes to confession every night with me. And I go to confession. I go to confessional with him. There is no hiding anything anymore. There will be judgment for every last soul on the planet. I don't care if that soul is fractionated into like 10 different parts. There will be judgment for every last personality. And that's what we're doing, is we are judging righteously through love, through the eyes of love. And Thomas, I was hoping you'd ask my name. That was my ex-husband's name. Oh, that was my ex-husband, the one I told you about. Wow. The one that couldn't handle my ability to be myself. That's funny, Thomas. The one I said, bless his soul, that man. Wow, look at this, the irony, huh? A new Thomas entering my life, and this one's fully capable of understanding who I am and what I am, and in fact, is a healer, all of his own. And you get to heal your divine counterpart, just like I do. I'm here to teach you what I know. I'm here to show you it is possible for the good ones, for the innocent ones, for the ones that should get to go free. They do. For the ones that are guilty and deserve to be behind bars, they do. But the ones that are innocent are truly going free. God's people are going free, honey. It was just so sad last night hearing him say, I couldn't even hold back tears. We both cried at the same time. Like, he said, I want a barbecue and beer and friends and a chihuahua and a baby. And his life is so in shambles that it'll take a miracle for him to ever get out of what he's in. He's involved in some deep shit. And I don't know how to save him. God does. God does. God knows how to save that man. This guy has never, ever come across somebody like me before. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna pray. I'm gay and 24, so not that much like your ex. That's funny. That's funny. No, I guess you're not. Not really, no. My ex-husband was a very powerful man, but he was not spiritual in the slightest. We had everything you could think of. White picket fence, cushy, upper class neighborhood, 6 figures. I could do whatever I wanted, go wherever I wanted, be whoever I wanted. I had so much freedom. I was a stay-at-home wife. I was having amazing everything except passion. There was no passion in our life. And I decided to leave him on purpose, on my own. to go find my magician. I wanted to find my magician, and I just found him. I mean, I lived in my car. I was homeless. I've been in abusive situations. I've been at the mercy and the hands of very, very violent men. I've been abused sexually, verbally, emotionally, psychologically, mentally. You name it, I've been tortured. And so for me to be as normal and fully functioning as I am right now, it doesn't even make sense if it wouldn't have been for me disassociating. If it were not for me becoming multiple people, I would not have made it in this world. I would have already been killed. I would have already been dead. I'd have already been butchered and put in somebody's trunk. I'd have already not made it. I had to become multiple personalities in order to save myself. And the trauma is what caused him to do the same thing. And so what I'm doing right now is I am healing this man by recognizing all of his altars, by trying to remind him that he is God and that he doesn't have to have a past following him. He does not have to have a trail. He doesn't have to have shadows and demons stalking him, following him, bad guys out to get him to end his life. Because they're coming after the wrong man, because the man that I love is innocent. The man that they think owes them something, that's not my man. I don't know what man that is, but that's not mine. So I'm going to set the captives free, and I'm going to have God do it. I'm having God set the captives free, honey. The innocent will go free, and the guilty will stay right the fuck where they are. The damned will stay damned, and the good, holy chosen ones will stay good and holy. That's how it is. That's called the separation of the wheat and the tares, bitch. That shit is biblical. Put that in your Bible and read it. Yeah? Put that in your book and read it. This is Judgment Day. This is the end times. This is when God separates those who bow down to him and call on his name, call on the name of goodness and love and mercy and empathy, and those who don't go somewhere. The separation of the wheat and the tares, honey. That is what my God is about to do. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, my love. I'm so sorry. It is time for healing, Thomas. It's time to be healed, sweetie. You're so worthy. You're so worthy of this beautiful, loving man. He wants to change for you, babe. He wants to change. He wants to be your man. He wants to provide for you, protect you, shelter you, keep you safe. He wants to be that. He wants to be your masculine. And what we have to do is acknowledge that they do. It was so incredible last night. For 2 nights in a row, he asked me, and I've never had a man ask me this ever. I'm 35, and I've never had a man say this to me. He said, do you need money, baby? Do you need me to take care of something? And I was like, I just need room and board, because soon this lease will be expiring. And I need money for this place. And for him to just so nonchalantly promise to take care of it, like, I doubt he's the type to lie. I don't think he would do that. So he hasn't followed through on it yet, but the fact that he's asked 2 days in a row, I've never had a man ask to provide for me like that. Ever. Ever. So I don't know. I've never felt I don't know. I've never felt this hopeful before. Like maybe we could have this, even though if you look at the 3D, if you look with your physical eyeballs, it looks like a fucking train wreck. It looks like, oh, ain't no way in hell. There is no way. There is no way. Like, if I were to tell you right now the shit that he's involved with, girl, bye. You'd leave. You'd leave me. You'd be like, you are a fucking psychopath dealing with a psychopath. Because there's no way that we can be together. But I know a God far bigger than 3D circumstances. This 3D circumstantial bullshit is dumb. It's irrelevant. It will be remedied. It will be taken care of. Period. That's it. And that is how much faith I have. And honestly, that is why I've been targeted as much as I've been targeted my whole life, because I have the faith of many women. I mean, I have more faith in my pinky finger than any of my friends have ever had in their whole entire body. I have seen God do things, miracles people wouldn't even believe. And I know it's about to happen again, you know? The 3D doesn't matter. You walk by faith, not by sight. I'm going to walk by faith. I want him. I love him. He is not what society would call a good guy. No, not in the slightest. But I'm not here for what society calls him. I'm here for what God calls him. Because I work for God. I don't work for society. Society can fuck itself. Society kicked me down to rock bottom and gave me nothing. Society left me homeless, penniless, abused, traumatized, abandoned, neglected. So starving at times. So I don't give a fuck what society thinks. Society can suck my big toe. I care about what God says. And what God says is this man is free to go. This man is innocent. This man is a being of love. And that's it. End of story. I've always wanted a man to validate me like no one else ever did. And I've always wanted to give others the empathy and validation I've never had. Are you picking up on Daniel psychically? No, not really. I'm not right now. I know you'll have, if you did probably a private session with me, I'm sure we'd be able to do that. But right now I'm just so involved in this guy that he's just taking over everything. So I don't really have room for another man right now, honey. I already have 6 or 7 or so I'm dealing with at this moment. I met another one last night. That one was shocking as fuck. I did not know that was about to happen. I just started hearing him talking to himself. And I was like, wait, what? You can talk to some, but not others? It's like he disassociates. And all of his alters know about each other, I'm pretty sure. But like they don't get to know certain things. Like he'll ask me, so what happened when so-and-so talked to you? What did he say? And then there'll be other times when I guess he can talk to them directly. It's fascinating. It's oh my God. It's so real. It's not just imagination. It is not. It is literally real. Multiple personality disorder is fucking real. I don't care what anybody says. It is not just a cry for help. It is not just a figment of imagination. It fucking controls people's lives. And most psychologists and shrinks and psychiatrists, they don't want to know the real soul behind it. You know, they just want to diagnose, give you a pill, here it is, and a clipboard, and tell you this is it, and there it is, you'll be fine, just take this pill. Like, fucking heal that man. Heal that man, bitch. Heal him. Seriously, sit him down, look at him, let him speak. We're all so afraid to hear what they have to say. That's what the fuck it really is. Look, hey, listen, as a girl who spent 10 years in therapy, I'm going to tell you what it really is. We're all afraid to hear what an actual therapist would be forced to hear. You can't be afraid to be a healer in today's world. You can't be afraid to hear these people's trauma. You can't be afraid to sit there in the fucking shadow, in the darkness with them and hear and recall and revisit how they were sexually assaulted. Or how they killed someone with their bare hands. Or how they were abandoned as a baby and never had food. Or you can't be afraid of being a fucking healer. And so many of these psychologists and psychiatrists, they're trained, yeah, but they're trained in our modern school system and the college system, which it ain't shit. They don't teach you empathy. They don't teach you how to spiritually heal someone. They don't give you the life lessons to heal somebody. They don't teach you how to resonate with a guy that's eating out of a dumpster. Nah, you go to Harvard, pay $500,000 for a fucking education that tells you that you're God with a clipboard. Go fuck yourself. You don't have any life skills. Nobody should be sitting on your couch. Fucking facts. No one should pay you $300 an hour for you to sit there and tell them they're insane. Bitch, they already know it. That's why they're in your office. You can't look at them and just love them back to health. You have to condemn them back to big pharma. So no, I've got an issue as a healer. I've got an issue as a healer with how we heal people in modern day society. And you know what? This is why I have a target on my back. This is why. And I'm cool with it. I don't give a fuck if this is upsetting you, stay upset. You know it's truth. You know that your brother and your neighbor and your coworker, they're all mentally unwell. And they're being treated at the clinic by mentally unwell psychopaths who have zero life experience. Nah, because mommy and daddy probably paid for their Harvard education. And their Harvard education filled all their time and all their studies and everything. They never had to learn life lessons. They had to learn in textbooks. Nah, I'm really grateful for my training. I'll tell you that right the fuck now. I am I am okay. I am okay with the fact that I had nothing. Yeah. No, I've never seen it more clearly in my life. It is a gift. It is a gift. I have been gifted. My life. My trauma. My experiences. That is the gift. That is how I heal people. That is what I do. I sit with people and I heal them and I love them. And no, I don't have a college degree. No, I don't have a PhD. No, I have not graduated from Harvard. But I escaped a fucking cult 3 times. A religious cult, a spiritual cult, and a sex cult. I escaped all 3, survived by the skin of my teeth. So if anybody wants to fucking tell me something, you can put it in the suggestion box, because I don't give a fuck. Yeah, there's a reason that I've been targeted like this. I see it now. I see I'm a loudmouth with a loudspeaker. and a passion for something that matters. And this is where a lot of women like me normally wouldn't make it in this world. But I have just manifested my divine masculine, who is a warrior, a straight up warrior. That man, we had a past life in Japan. We're both pretty convinced of it. We found out last night that our past life in Japan, we were a warrior. I told him I was an Asian male war general in a past life. And he knows that he had a past life in Japan. And so I said, we led a militia. We led about 10 samurais in that day and age. We did that. Like, I saw that. I saw what we did for those people. And so anyway, I talked to him last night about past lives, and there's a reason why he and I have always been targeted like this. We're believers. We have serious belief in ourselves. We have serious belief in the Most High God. We have serious belief in archangels. We know we are angels, both of us. So it's one thing when you hear some crazy lady on a street curb saying, I'm an angel, I'm an angel. That's one thing. But when you meet a man who agrees and also says, yeah, I am too, and you start talking about portals and shit, and you start talking about past lives and shit, and you start talking about healing people and shit, and you start talking about how you're God and shit, yeah, I'll tell you, this is when people come after you. But it's also when people go after them. Look, my people are going after the people that are coming after me. So, fucking facts. For real, therapists are overrated. Oh, hey, Doomer. How you doing? Yeah, though listen, you want to go pay somebody $300 an hour to sit your ass down with a clipboard? You do so, honey. I am not the type to tell you not to go get therapy. I've been in therapy. It worked wonders back then. Not really. I'm still fucked. But here's the thing. If you want to tell me that therapist loves you, when they've seen like 8 or 9 of you today, and then gave you a pill that will poison your body, you want to tell me that they love you? Well, I've got an igloo to sell you in Alaska, bro. I'm really okay with whatever comes down the pike because I know God's got me. I know that I work for God, and I've been working for God, and I know my twin flame has been working for God. He got caught up in some bad shit, though. But I know a God that is about to set the captives free, and the innocent ones are going free. The guilty ones will sit down and shut up in a fucking jail cell. The rest of them go free. That's it. End of story. That's not crazy. Most of my therapists didn't want to talk. Just shut up and listen was what they wanted. Exactly. My therapist only ever wanted me to shut up and listen, not talk about my pain. And again, I'm affirming for you. Thank you. And it's like, as a manifestation coach, listen, it's dangerous to sit here and talk about your pain all day long. Honey, you will manifest that shit again and again and again if you're not careful. Listen, you will. I see it. I see quantum mechanics. I see through the veil. I know the binary code of the matrix. I know how you create. So you're going to have to stop eventually. But the thing is, you will stop when you fully addressed the abuse, when you have fully addressed that trauma and then replayed it and revised it into something new. When you want to heal, you will. Most of my clients, all they have to do is hear themselves one time say, yeah, Jenna, that happened to me. And then I say, all right, baby, let's revise it right now. What could a revision technique be? What could you do to revise? So say, for instance, like a police officer, right? Scared someone, startled them, because we all have these negative connotations of police officers. So say you were traumatized by the police, right? And this is just an example. Then I would have you go to the scene in your imagination. And right when the police officer was going to assault you or attack you or belittle you or be mean to you, I would have you give me an entirely different scene, something else entirely that would change the entire dynamic. Maybe that police officer didn't knock as hard on the door, or maybe they gave you a hug, or maybe they said, you know what, that abuser of yours, I'm going to take him to jail right now, honey. Right? Because what we really need is we needed protectors, and we didn't have it. So I would have my client go into a revision technique. And you know what I just got a download about? I just found out that I'm a healer. I'm a healer instructing other healers. Oh my God. I just saw that I'm a therapist guiding and instructing other therapists. It's weird. I just got that. I mean, I'm not a therapist. I did not go to school for therapy. I'm just letting you know I do not have a degree. But I just saw that other healers come to me, and that was a very cool download. But I just got a vision. I just had a vision. But yeah, so I would take my client through the healing process through revision, because my client would be very eager to tell me what the experience was. In fact, they're so ready to that they pay me money to have a coaching session with me. So they will clearly tell me, okay, so I really wanted this guy and I was trying to manifest him, but then he literally cheated on me. I thought we were okay, and then he cheated on me like a day before my wedding. Now that's just an example. That I don't have a client that happened to, but the point is something traumatic happened, and I will have that client tell me what it was, and then I will say, okay, now that that's established, what result do you want? Do you want to be with that guy? So most of them say yes. Like, even though they were cheated on, they still wanted that man for a reason. So just because they manifested the cheating by accident through not knowing that they were a manifester doesn't mean that they stopped loving that man. It's just that they have to see that man through a different lens. So what they will do is they'll portray a picture to me about what it is they want. And if they want union again, then I will have them revise the entire event. I will have them say, for instance, somebody calls them on the phone and told them so-and-so is cheating. I will instead have them revise. I'll go up to that moment where the phone call took place, and I'll say, okay, that person told you that instead they got the wrong number. Oh, I'm sorry. Who did I call? No, not you. Your boyfriend didn't cheat. Nah, you're getting married tomorrow. No, I didn't mean to call you. I'm sorry. I gotta go. It's not you. It's not your boyfriend. Oh God, I gotta go. Click. Like, that's just one of infinite numbers of revision stories that we can do. You see? Healing the trauma at its core. The trauma at the core. Not throwing a fucking pill at it. Don't throw a goddamn medicine at it. Fuck that. Go to the root of the issue. The root of the issue is that person relives that event over and over and over and over. Help them see a different event. And the matrix, the system itself, the universe itself has got to rearrange itself to get that new version to be what they experience. The trauma will go away. The abuse, they won't cry as much. The friend that told them, that friendship will be repaired, and they won't even remember having said it. Things will start happening to align your client with the new version of reality that they told you one time. All they had to do was say it one time. All they had to do was experience the cheating one time. All they have to do is experience revision one time, and boom, they're healed. It's literally that easy. It literally is that fucking easy. But most therapists don't want you healed. They want to take your money and have you come in repeatedly so they get paid. They want you mentally sick They don't want you to know that ye are gods, and you can literally change your thinking in a matter of 2.2 seconds and be done with it. You only saw that cheating scenario one time when you believed it, right? Right. So if a girl like me tells you that was a prank phone call, oh, whether you believe it or not is irrelevant at first, but it's the idea that I've just planted in your mind that all of a sudden, whoa, okay, well, maybe, I mean, it doesn't seem feasible, but cool. I get what you're saying, Jenna. I get what you're saying. There's hope. I can try to revise this. I'll figure something out. It doesn't have to be that cyclical every single day loop of abuse and trauma. It doesn't have to be that. So teach your client how to literally stop the cyclical recycling of the old memory and put a new memory in. Put a new memory in. Change it. But listen, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to find a lot of people that don't want to do that because they're not ready to. A lot of people love their trauma. A lot of people like staying in it. A lot of people get so consumed and addicted to the pain that they want to stay there. You're not here to heal just everybody. You're here to heal healers. You're here to heal the ones that want the healing and lead the leaders, right? Protect the protectors. Oh my God. Do you know what's so funny? And I'm going to give you proof positive that the universe is listening. Bitch, I'm going to give you proof. I just got a notification in my email that for a $300 coupon, a $300 off coupon. Can you believe that? I'm literally talking about how it costs $300 an hour to be at a therapist's office. And I've said it a few times. And I just got an email from my matrix. We heard you. We heard you. The universe is always listening, sweet cheeks. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to really want to change the story that you're giving it. Or else your ass is still going to be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. Your ass is still going to be homeless. Your ass is still going to be on drugs. Your ass is still going to be an alcoholic. Your ass is still going to feel like you have PTSD and you can't sleep. And you can't manifest a soulmate. And you can't have a family. And you can have anything. Miracles happen all the time because you are God and you give yourself the miracle. I've started revising my whole life as of today via imagination and affirming the preferred outcome had it gone the right way. I love that. And we're kind of revising it. Oh, Thomas, I fucking love you. I fucking love you, Thomas. With every ounce of my being, bitch, you're my favorite right now. You know what I love about you? You're not a doubting Thomas. But really, I love you. I love you. Bitch, you're my favorite. But the thing is, so many people want to hold on to their trauma and they want to hold on to that feeling of, I have nothing, but I like it that way. Because when we have nothing to lose. When you don't have a house, you also don't have a house to lose. But honey, you got a park bench. Are you okay with living on a park bench? Is that what you're excited about? Because you need to get over your fear of money because you need to have some in your bank account. You need to get over your fear of love because you want a soulmate. You need to get over your fear of commitment because deep down you want marriage. So figure it the fuck out. I am not here to heal everybody. I am not here to mentor and coach everybody. I don't fucking think so. Why would I waste my time? I'm done. I'm done wasting my time. I'm not here for everybody. I'm here for the eager souls who are ready to hear the truth that I have. And honey, I know some truth. So I've been a truth speaker since 1989, bitch. First words out of my mouth were truth. I got persecuted a lot for it. Being a truth teller, a truth seeker, a truth speaker, that's just it. Now, my life I'm about to be rewarded for it. My life is going to be so fulfilling soon. I am going to have everything I've ever wanted because I fought for it. I gave up everything and everyone that was not love. And you know what? I'm about to be rewarded for it. Period. Facts. End of story. End of story. There's my fucking prayer right there. That's my prayer. My prayer isn't, please God, can I have this? Can I have this, please? Nah, my prayer is, thank you. That's mine. Thank you. Mine. I don't care what the 3D tells me. That's mine. I don't care how bad my boyfriend's rap sheet is. That's mine. He's mine. I don't care what my bank account used to be. I'm a millionaire. I don't care what my business used to be. If it failed, I restore that shit with just my mind and my soul and my passion for what I do. So all you have to do is claim it. That is your prayer. The new prayer is claiming. I don't care what any priest tells you, honey. You do not need to go to the priest for him to tell you that you're going to get your thing from God or not. You say it. Your priest doesn't get to make rules. You make the rules. You understand me? My mom seems to relish her trauma. Exactly. That's why you're probably not with your mom. Because sometimes, we have to leave behind our family because, they get a little bit too addicted to their pain. And we get a little bit too addicted to helping them ease their pain that they don't want to ease. So they'll have to go learn their own lessons in their own way and their own time. I'm here for the ones that are ready, like you, Thomas. You claim that you're ready to heal your twin flame. I claim that I'm ready to heal my twin flame. And I saw last night my man pray to God with me on bended knee for our divine union. A man who's a hard ass, who literally told me I have multiple girlfriends. A hard ass who is so fiercely independent and thinking that he doesn't need anybody, that he literally got humbled by God and went to God. And it keeps happening because he is the one for me. And because I say he's the one for me, the universe agrees and does everything in its power to have this man sitting next to me, fully in love, madly in love, touching me, leading with me, mentoring others, using our story to help others in this spiritual war that we are in, that we are finding ourselves in. So he's right here sitting next to me. I see him in the spirit. I all the time see him in the spirit. I wouldn't even be surprised if right now, while I'm visualizing him, that he calls me or texts me in just a second. But I see him right now sitting next to me. I see my leg on his lap. I see his hand on my thigh. I see us on this porch right now, just sipping some orange juice and watching our beautiful neighborhood and the birds chirping and talking to amazing people who are so ready to take their power back in their life as God, as the true God of your reality. This system is not your God. This 3D is not your God. You are its God. You tell it what to do, not the other way around. You make the rules, not the other way around. No, you're not unemployed. You go into your imagination and you are employed. If that is what you want, if that's how you want to make money through a job, then make money through a job. If you want to make money by walking on the sidewalk and finding a wad of cash, manifest that. There's no sadly anything. You're not a victim. Stop with the victim mentality. You're a God. Be about it. When you tell the universe that, it has no choice but to give you more instances of you being unemployed. Talk about how much money you have, how you just got your new place, how excited you are that you have a huge house all to yourself, right? Force the universe's hand, like I'm doing with my man. There are so many things stacked against us, and I don't give a fuck. I don't care about any of it. Not one thing is stacked against me. The 3D looks bad, but I don't care what the 3D is saying. I don't care. I just watched that man go to God last night, honey. I just watched that man go to God. Yeah, in live time. A man who was literally blaspheming God, saying, fuck Jesus. Yeah. At one point, he was really, really not about it. He was like, I don't care, Jenna. Look what they allowed us all to do. Look what they to hurt people for a living. Look what they've done. Look what these angels have let us do. Look what the divine has allowed us to do. Nah, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And he's like, I don't care. I don't care what God wants. I don't care what God wants. But I manifested it. And he knows I'm good at manifesting too, because he knows that I manifested him last year as my ex-boyfriend, and then this year as this guy. And he knows that I can do that. I blessed his chest last year, a spiritual shield on my ex-boyfriend's chest. And when we broke up, that was the hardest thing ever. That killed me. Leaving that man was the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life, because I was madly in love with that guy. And I had to leave. I had to leave. He was not choosing that path. He wasn't budging. And so I didn't know yet how strong I was as a manifester. I didn't know how to manifest it. So when I blessed his chest, I prayed over the shield that's on his chest. I could see a psychic shield around him. A year later, I manifested this man into my life 3 weeks ago. And he has a shield tattooed on his chest. I'm telling you right now, that is not a coincidence. There are no coincidences. There are zero coincidences in this world. And the sooner we can realize that, the sooner we claim our power, and the sooner we know that we can live as gods. But this world needs healing, honey. There are a lot of people in it that need healing. And so I'm grateful that I'm relearning what my passion is. This was my passion. My passion was healing. I already had a successful business as a spiritual advisor. I'd already had independence on my own with a lot of clientele, a very successful business, when I got psychically attacked for it because I did not know him yet. I didn't have a protector yet. I was just a healer without a protector. And there are a lot of women out there like me. They're a healer without a protector. And honey, that shit'll get you killed. And out there, protectors, you're a protector without a healer. You're gonna go insane. Because you're gonna be led to do more and more and more violent, heinous things as a protector. Because you don't have a healer. You don't have somebody to turn to. You don't have somebody to come to. So a protector needs a healer and a healer needs a protector, and that's it. End of story. Tale as old as time, bitch. It needed to be said. It needed to be done. But I was just healing people, and I never had anybody protecting me or my finances or my business or my body. So I got abused and traumatized. And now I know how not to let certain things in. And now I know how to help these people that are going through exactly what I went through. When they receive success and people try to come after their success, there will be people coming to me now. And there will be people coming to him for protection and me for healing. And I know this to be true. I've already seen it. I already know it's true. I just fucking saw it right now in my imagination. I just saw it in my mind's eye. I saw him sitting right next to me with his hand on my thigh as I'm coaching people right this second, mentoring people, loving people, him making me some coffee. Like, that is my man, and that is what I want, and I'm going to have it. So the whole, hey, will you guys pray with me? Fuck that. I don't need you to pray with me. I don't need your prayers. I don't I need my prayers, and I need my prayers to be claiming shit. I don't need my prayers to be, oh, please, God, could I have this though? Because I like him so much, I want this. No, he is mine. Period. End of story. That's my husband. That is my forever. The end. Kingdom come, my forever, a ring on my finger. This is the one I want, period. And anybody who knows me knows that that's saying a lot, honey. Anybody who knows me knows that if I'm telling the world that I want to marry somebody, it's a real, real good one. It's a good man, because I've been trying everything in my power not to put a ring on my finger. Getting out of every contract I can. Wanting to be as free as a bird. So if this man, if I want him, I will fucking get him. Period. End of story. End of story. End of story. I have him now. I claim it now. He is mine now. Not in 3 months. Not after some things get sorted. No, he's mine now. And the things will be sorted because I claim it. He's mine. He is my husband. He does not have multiple girlfriends. I mean, even if he did, listen, I'm not even kidding. Hey, if he keeps his multiple personalities, and I don't know if you ever get rid of them. I don't know. If he keeps his multiples and they all have their own girlfriend, I wouldn't even hate that. I wouldn't. It's like, can you really deal? I don't know. I'm not sure if I could deal with it like long term, but I would just manifest the version of him that I want is single, or just with me. But yeah, like even that doesn't faze me. It doesn't faze me. We're infinite beings. We're always safe. We're always healthy. We're always loved. We always find divine partners to be with. We are always God. And what we say materializes. If you speak health, health will happen. If you speak wealth, wealth will happen. It is inevitable. Speak with your chest, girl. Say it with your fucking chest. I get what I want, and I want what I get. That's it. Say it with your chest. And this is something I couldn't do because I didn't have a protector around me, a divine masculine energy around me, keeping me safe while I channeled messages like this. I didn't say it with conviction. I'd be like, oh, I am rich. I am rich. I am rich. I am so rich. No. I have more money than God, bitch. I have more money than God. I have so much money in my bank account, I don't even know what to do with it. I have money that finds me every 5 seconds. It is insane. Ding! There's another bank balance that just got glitched out, and now I have more money. Boom! I go out walking on the sidewalk, I find $500. Boom! Somebody gives me money today. I got a free cup of coffee. I got a free internet bill. I got free this. I got free. Boom! Money everywhere. Say it with your chest, bitch. Say it. Let people hear you. Let the universe hear you. Say it with some gumption. Most of you don't. You want to stay small. Because what? You don't want to over-exaggerate and piss people off? People that are around you that never have money? Honey, they never have money because they say that shit with their chest. They never have money because they claim that they're poor and they say it with their chest. You claim that you're rich and you say it with your chest. I don't care if 8 billion people on the planet are poor. You get to be rich because you say so. If they want to say so, they can say so. You got to say it with your chest, bae. This is the thing. Most of us don't say it with our chest. We just timidly, shy. Oh, well, I'd really love this. It would be so nice if God could do that for me. Wouldn't it be so lovely? I hope God could do it. It would be nice. I would love to try this for a living and maybe I could. Nah, claim it. Claim it now. Claim it now. What's your problem? Why can't you claim it? You already have enough money now. You got it in the bank already. It's already there. Doesn't that feel nice? Oh, so much money. So much money that you have. Doesn't it feel nice that you could wipe your ass with Benjamins? You're so afraid to get creative. So many of you are afraid to push the envelope. You're so afraid of the shadow. You're so afraid. You're so fucking afraid of the darkness. You're so afraid of the fucking darkness that you live in the fake light. You live in the false light, girl. You live in the false light because you're so fucking afraid of the darkness. Nobody trusts you because you live in the false light. Your false light is so blinding You're so holier than thou. It's so blinding that I can't even see your demons. I can't see your shadows because you're so fake. You really want the money? Claim it now. It's yours now. You really want the health? It's yours now. You want the groceries delivered? It's yours now. I had groceries delivered to my house today. And I hadn't really been able to recently because I was so scared of finances. And now all of a sudden my divine counterpart is coming in, and it's not even just him. It's him channeling through other people too who also want to help me. And so he's now saying, baby, do you need money? Do you need something? Like he just will like stop what he's saying in the middle of his, hey babe, are you okay? Do you need me to get you something? Like, yes, room and board. I want to have a fucking safe place to stay. And I've never had a man offer something like that before. Like a man capable of doing it. You know? It's beautiful. He's beautiful. Even his multiple personality disorder is beautiful. There is a beauty in it. It's not an illness. I mean, technically people call it that. But to me, I don't know. To me, it's a beautiful safety mechanism that our mind has, our brain has to keep us safe. And so I'm God of my reality. If I say he's free to go, that man is free to go. He is mine. I'm drinking mimosas with him right now, sitting on our porch, smoking a blunt, enjoying life, talking to you about some awesome shit, watching our Chihuahua play. Yeah, I'm already there. I'm already there in spirit. He's already there with me in spirit. All I have to do is claim that reality and keep claiming it. Stop looking at this bullshit 3D shit that is like, oh, well, I can't because this though. And I don't have enough money for that though. And I wish he could, but nah. I claim it. I don't need you to pray for me. You don't need to pray for me. Not one person on this planet needs to pray for me. Jenna needs to pray for Jenna. That's it. And when I pray, I claim it. I don't have to get on my hands and knees begging for something. I claim that shit. That's mine. He's mine. That's my husband. This is my business. My clients are healing. My clients get every single thing they want, fucking facts. Every single person that comes to me, loves my personality, loves what I'm about, loves my passion. Loves the way I'm so loud and proud about this shit. Loves my vulgarity. They love everything about me. You know, my ex-boyfriend dumped me because I swore too much. I love my swearing. I love myself. The real ones are going to show up. And those ones are going to love you authentically as you are. And if they can't, well, fuck them. There's the door. I'm over it. My man is here and he's here to stay. And I'm claiming that shit. I'm claiming it. I don't care what the universe has to do to get us to be together. It will happen, and it is inevitable. It is inevitable. That is my husband. That is my man. This is my life. This is my health. That's my money. Yeah, that's my bank account. Don't fucking put your grubby hands on it. That's my money. Don't steal shit from me. This is my beauty. This is my health. This is my living situation. This is my home if I want it. This is my rental because I don't own this house, but this is my rental. This is mine. I claim it. I claim it now. This is my beautiful channel. This is my beautiful livelihood. This is mine. This is all mine. And not only am I allowed to have it, I'm allowed to claim it. I'm allowed to keep it because I am God of my reality and no one else can tell me shit. So I don't need you to pray for me. Guys, the title is misleading. It's accidentally clickbait. Sorry about that. I don't need to tell you that I'm God. I need to tell myself that I'm God. I need to prove to myself that I'm God by going in my imagination and rewriting the script, revising it. My husband isn't in trouble. My husband is married to me. He's sipping mimosas and we're smoking a blunt, watching our Chihuahua right now, talking to our friends. There is literally nothing problematic in our life. In fact, he's going to call me soon here in a minute, and he's going to say, "Good morning, baby. How are you? How's life treating you, sweet cheeks? I'm going to rebook your room for you." Yeah? You need me to take care of you? You need me to take care of that? Yeah? Yeah? All right. Call me shoddy. That's what he's about to say. Because why not? Because I'm God and I want that. And I want him. And I will have him because I say so. Looks can be deceiving. The 3D can be deceiving. It can look like the 3D physical world runs shit, but it doesn't run shit. You run shit. So go into your imagination and run shit there. There is nothing that can harm you. There is nothing that can touch you. There is nothing that can be stolen from you. Nothing can be taken. Nothing can be lost. Not even your soulmate, honey. Even death did not keep he and I apart. Even death will not stop that man from loving me. Even death will not stop me from loving this man. We have had so many past lives together. We both know it. Even death does not stop us. We're bad bitches. Nothing stops us. Nothing. We get to have anything we want. And if we want union, you best bet your bottom dollar that we're about to get it. I don't care what has to happen. I don't care who has to move. I don't care if 8 billion people have to move in a certain direction to get us what we want. We get what we want, fucking facts. So no, I don't need you to pray for me. If you're here and you were like, I was going to pray for you, but then I got high. You don't need to pray for me, baby. I need to pray for me. I need to claim my reality to be what I want it to be. That man is my husband. Fucking facts, period. I already have a ring on my finger. I love it. I love the ring on my finger with him. Like, you know what's so funny? I'm going to tell you something so crazy. The other day was the first time I ever wanted to marry somebody again, because I've been divorced. And I've been doing everything in my power to make sure that I do not have a ring on my finger, honey. I've been getting out of contracts. I do not want a spiritual or soul contract with anybody that is not my true divine counterpart. And so the other day is the first day I finally said, I want a ring on my finger. And I looked at my hand and I visualized a ring on my finger. And I swear to God Almighty, I got a freckle on my ring finger, right where the ring would be. A freckle showed up on my hand overnight where I was visualizing a ring. So visualization for me is the simplest. Seeing it, it's the simplest. It's so easy for me, but not a lot. I don't know. I hope some of you are good at that too. I don't care. But the point I'm trying to make is we're going to claim it. I don't need your prayers. I need my prayers. I need to remember who I am as God. You know? If you're still here, thank you for listening. I'm going to go because I'm really freaking hungry and I need some coffee. But thank you guys so much for listening. I'm going to talk to you later. Okay? Okay, bye.